Welcome back, first grade. Today we are going to read Control Center, the brain. We're going to review rhymes about body systems, brainstorm ways to use the word nervous, and review the five senses. We're going to recall key information about the nervous system and identify the brain as the body's control center. We're going to demonstrate an understanding of the word nerves, and we're going to identify an image that represents the nervous system. We only have two vocabulary words for this story, brain and nerves. Brain is a noun. The brain is the part of the body that controls everything your body does and feels. Without her brain, the girl wouldn't be able to play or do her homework. Nerves, also a noun. Nerves are thin fibers that connect your brain to all parts of your body. The tips of your fingers are full of nerves that allow you to feel. Do a little bit of review and background information, and then we will get started on our story. So I'm going to go ahead and read the poems to you. And while I'm reading those poems to you, I want you to think about what system they are and then what things you've learned about that system. So here we go. Everybody has a body, and I have one too. It is grand to understand the things our bodies do. Without my hidden skeleton, I couldn't stand up tall, and so hooray for bones, I say, 206 in all. I'm glad that I have muscles, they help me to have fun, to jump and kick a soccer ball, to smile, speak, and run. I'm glad that I have muscles, and glad that you do too, so you can wave hello to me, and I can wave to you. A healthy body needs good food. There really is no question. Your body gets the things it needs. Just leave it to digestion. All right. Now, oopsie. What system are your heart and blood part of? What system are your heart and blood part of? Your circulatory system. Today we're going to read about the nervous system. What does the word nervous mean? Have you ever been nervous or have you ever used that word nervous? I want you to pause that video or the video and I want you to go tell somebody. So go ahead and do that. Use the word nervous. All right. Do you remember learning about the five senses in kindergarten? What were the five senses? Sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, right? Remember our key vocabulary, brain and nerves. Don't forget to raise your hand during the story if you hear them. I also want you to listen carefully to hear how and where your five senses send messages. Oopsie, I went too fast. Hi, students. As your teacher reads to you today, you are listening with your ears. And you are seeing a picture of me, Dr. Wellbody, with your eyes. And your face might be smiling. But your ears and eyes could not work if it were not for your brain. Raise your hand. Your mouth and face muscles could not smile. And without your brain working, you could not understand or learn. In fact, your brain controls everything your body does, your thoughts, your movements, your memory, and your five senses. Your brain also controls your moods and feelings, whether you feel happy, sad, or angry. Your brain is inside your skull. You heard the word skull in a previous lesson. Who remembers what the skull is? What's the skull? The skull is the bones that protect the brain. The hard bones of your skull protect the brain's soft tissue. Your brain looks like this. It is wrinkly and wet. Your brain is not very big. It could be held in two hands. It weighs about 3 pounds, as much as a big dictionary. So if you guys have a big dictionary at home, I want you to pick it up, hold it. That's about how much your brain weighs. Or maybe if you have like a 3-pound weight or something else that is 3 pounds, pick that up to see about how heavy your brain is, all right? Your brain tells your muscles what to do and how to move. Messages travel back and forth from your brain to other parts of your body by moving up and down your spinal cord with lightning speed. So, what word do you hear in spinal cord? Do you hear spine? So, where do you think your spinal cord is going to be? In your back, in the middle of your back with your spine, right? In this picture, this right here is your spinal cord. Okay. Attached to the spinal cord are thin fibers called nerves. That's one of our vocab words. Your nerves go to every part of your body. Your brain, spine, and nerves make up your nervous system. So, what three things make up your nervous system? Brain, spine, and nerves. What is the spine? The spine is the column of bones that forms the backbone. Now, what is a system? A system is a group of organs that work together in the human body. Let's pretend that you are playing soccer. One of your teammates takes control of the ball from the other team and kicks the ball toward you. When you see the ball flying in your direction, your brain sends a message down your spinal cord to your nerves. Your nerves send a message to your muscles in less than a second to help you move and kick the ball. Goal! What kind of muscles would you be using here? Voluntary or involuntary? If you said voluntary, you're correct because you had to think about kicking that ball. Okay? Your brain is made up of as many as 1 billion cells. 1 billion is a really, really big number. That means your brain has many, many, many cells, okay? The cells in your brain send millions of messages every single second to each other and to the rest of your body. The cells send messages back and forth through branches that connect one cell to another. Different parts of your body receive the messages. Your brain sends messages even when you're asleep to help you breathe and dream. Your brain gets messages about the world from your 5 senses through organs called sense receptors. Here are the sense receptors and what they control. Your eyes. What do you think your eyes control? Your sight. What about your ears? Your hearing. Your skin. Touch. How about your mouth and tongue? Taste. What about your nose? Your smell. Okay. When you watch a cloud changing shape in the sky, hear a fire truck zooming by, lick an ice cream cone, pet a kitty's soft fur, or smell cookies baking, your senses and your brain are working together. There are 3 parts to our brains. They are the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Each part has a different job to do. Your cerebrum, at the top of your head, which is the screen part, is the biggest part of your brain. It controls things like seeing, hearing, thinking, speaking, remembering, and moving. Your cerebellum, that's at the back of your head, and this yellow part, it controls balance and coordination. I want you to stand up and I want you to try to balance on one foot without holding on to anything. Can you do that for me? Now, could you do this for a long time, like forever and ever? Your cerebellum is helping you. It helps you move different muscles together in coordination to do things like catch a ball or dance or write, okay? Or if you are patting your head and rubbing your belly, okay, that's taking coordination, okay? Now see if you can do it. Can you rub your belly and pat your head? All right. Your brainstem, which is the blue part, connects your brain to your spinal cord. It controls things your body does without you having to think about them, like breathing and beating of your heart. Now, aren't you glad to have that very important organ called a brain? Here's a rhyme about it that we can all learn. Without a brain, where would I be? I could not move or think or see, or write my name or count to 3. In fact, I just would not be me. Without my trusty brain, in sun or wind or rain, I'm glad I have a brain. The next time we meet, we're going to talk about some icky things. They are everywhere around us and they can make us really sick. They're called harmful germs. But we will also learn about some very smart and famous germ fighters who figured out ways to zap those nasty germs. Tune in next time to find out how these germ blasting heroes have made life safer for you and me. All right, friends, if you need to get up and take a wiggle break, please go ahead and do that and then come right back. Okay, what is the name of the body system that includes nerves and the brain? Nervous system, okay? Why is your brain called your control center? Because it controls everything you do. To which organ of your body do your 5 senses send messages? So your 5 senses are sending messages to something in your body. Your brain. To which organ of your body do your 5 senses send messages? I just read that, sorry. How do the 5 senses send messages to the brain? So how do those messages get from your fingers or your nose or eyes or your mouth or your ears to your brain? What do they travel through? Nerves, right? Why is it a good idea to wear a helmet when you ride a bike? Because it's going to protect your skull and your brain, okay? All right, in the read aloud you heard, attached to your spinal cord are thin fibers called nerves. I want you to say the word nerves for me. You can say it however you would like it. Robot voice, mouse voice, monster voice, whisper voice, however. Nerves carry messages to and from your brain. Sometimes my nerves tingle when my cat rubs against my leg. I want you to think of a time when you were aware of your nerves. Try to use the word nerves when you tell about it. I want you to pause the video and go tell somebody. What is the word we've been talking about? Nerves. Very good. Okay. I'm going to read some sentences to you. If I'm talking about a nerve, I want you to say, that's a nerve. If I'm not talking about a nerve, then I want you to say, that is not a nerve. All right. It's wrinkly and wet. That's not a nerve. That was your brain, right? Your brain is wrinkly and wet. Its hard bones protect your brain. That is not a nerve. That would be your skull. It carries messages to and from the brain. That is a nerve. It pumps blood to other parts of the body. That is not a nerve. That's your heart. It is a thin fiber that goes to every part of your body. That is a nerve. All right, friends. We reviewed some rhymes about body systems. We brainstormed ways to use the word nervous, and we reviewed the 5 senses. We also recalled key information about the nervous system and identified the brain as the body's control center. We were able to use the word nerves, and here in just a minute, you're going to identify an image that represents the nervous system. Awesome job, guys. Talk to you later.